There are 4 basic rules of comments. The first is to use them whenever you can. Now, if you've been coding for a while, you know that writing comments is difficult. It's hard to make the time to do that when you have some code that you're working on. But keep in mind that your code might eventually be shared with a lot of other people, and the clearer you can make the functionality and any sort of API type functions in your code, the easier it will be for other people to use it. Also, with code that is just in general complex, even though it might not be used as an API call, it's a good idea to clarify how it works, because that code could provide an example for other people or for yourself as you continue to code other projects. Secondly, use Doxygen style formatting, and here's a URL to the exact details of that. We cover a lot of the basics around Doxygen style commenting throughout these videos, but there's a lot of cool little tools and tricks you can use, and so I encourage you to take a look at this URL when you get a chance. Again, the idea behind Doxygen formatting is that because it's a standard, it can be used to automatically generate documentation. So if you go to api.drupal.org, you can see an example of automated documentation. Most of that is created through the process of pulling comments out of the source code. Third, use correct grammar when creating comments. So use full sentences and use periods. In general, this just makes reading the comments a lot easier. It might be tempting to make short comments that you understand, but when somebody else goes to read it, they might not quite understand the context, and a full sentence can give them that context. And finally, use the 2 forward slashes style commenting when you're working within a function, even if you have a long code block. So you see that demonstrated here. We're using 2 slashes. The reason for this is that it improves readability. Because we're using the /* version at the top of function calls and at the top of files, it's easier to tell that we're within a function by looking for these / style comments instead.